Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly be seated. You now listen to the safety briefing, which is pre-recorded.
At UTT, we have a duty of care to our guests, students, and staff in maintaining a safe, smoke-free campus environment. In this regard, we have a few announcements aimed at ensuring your safety at our facility. Please be guided by the following. In the event of an emergency, you will be notified verbally. Any emergency which requires an evacuation from the pavilion, you will be guided to the appropriate muster point. The main muster point at the campus is located north of the main building, which is the grassy area opposite the guard booth on entrance. Your evacuation route is as follows. Exit the pavilion using exits either to the left or right of the building. Once outside, head north to muster point 1, which is located at the grassy area opposite the guard booth on entrance. You will be required to remain at the muster point until the all clear is given by UTT personnel or fire officials. Washrooms are located at the building to the back of the pavilion with appropriate signage. Portable water coolers are located in the pavilion. A health and wellness room is available at the building to the back of the pavilion should the need for first aid attention arises. We do hope you have a pleasant and safe stay at our campus. Thank you.
Kindly stand for the invocation. I call upon President of the Executive of the University of Trinidad and Tobago Student Guild, Mr. Beryl Jofield, to say the prayer.
Bow all heads and close your eyes. O Supreme One, origin of all being, we thank you for giving us another day as we gather here to celebrate UTT's presentation of graduates 2019 ceremony. Give us keen understanding of the importance of the role that the graduates of UTT, the National University, have in the development of our communities and Trinidad and Tobago by extension. Give us faith, courage, and wisdom to fulfill our purpose and promise as students and graduates of UTT. Show us how to effectively serve you so that all of our education, knowledge, and skills may find true fulfillment as we learn to do your will. May we ever be aware in everything that we do that knowledge comes from learning and wisdom comes from you. Thank you, O Supreme One. Now let us keep our heads bowed as we take a moment of silence for those members of UTT family who have passed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Beryl Jofield, President of the Executive UTT Student Guild. Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of UTT.
Professor Ken S. Julian, Emeritus, TC, Chairman of the Board of Governors, UTT.
Members of the Board of Governors, UTT.
Mr. Basdeo Pandey, Honorary Doctor of Laws.
Mrs. Merle Albino Di Cotto, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts.
Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow.
Professor Sarim Al-Zubaidi, President of the University of Trinidad and Tobago.
Professor Prakash Prasad, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs.
Professor Marlon Knights, Assistant Vice President, Research, Impact and Postgraduate Studies.
Dr. Stephen Joseph, Assistant Vice President, Undergraduate Studies.
Orator Dr. E.J. John.
Orator Mr. Richard Pierre.
Senior Academic and Corporate Staff of UTT.
Members of the Student Guild and other students of UTT.
Miss Anissa Moses, valedictorian.
Graduates of 2019.
Specially invited guests.
Family members and friends.
Members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
At this time, we await the entrance of the UTT Chancellor, Her Excellency, President Paula May Weeks. Thank you very much. Was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise for the entrance of our Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Excuse, I now invite Her Excellency the Chancellor to open our ceremony.
As Chancellor of the University, I declare this ceremony open for the conferment of certificates, diplomas, and degrees by the authority of the Academic Council and the Board of Governors.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. It gives me great pleasure to invite the Chairman, Board of the Governors of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Emeritus, TC, to address some words of welcome to the gathering. Professor Kenneth Julian.
Good afternoon all, clearly our graduates, Excellency, ORT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of UTT, Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Education, members of the Board of Governors of UTT, Mr. Basil Pandey, Honorary Doctor of Laws, Mrs. Merlin Albino de Coto, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow, Professor, President, Zaram Al-Zabadi, President of UTT. Head of Tertiary Institutions, Professor Prakash Prasad, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Marlon Knights, Assistant Vice President, Research, Impact and Postgraduate Studies, Dr. Stephen Joseph, Assistant Vice President, Undergraduate Studies. Orator, Dr. John and Mr. Richard Pear. Senior Academic and corporates and staff UTT, members of the Student Guild, and others, most important, students of UTT. Mr. Anis Moses, our valedictorian, graduates of 2019, specially invited guests, family members and friends of graduates and of the community of UTT, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, and to UTT's 2019 presentation graduate ceremony. We had one yesterday, and today is our second. As one of the more auspicious occasions of the university's academic calendar, our graduation ceremony not only recognizes, but more aptly celebrates the significant academic achievement of each graduate in the commitment to excellence. In this moment, I join members of the Board of Governors, the wide university community, and a host of family, friends, and well-wishers in extending heartiest congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. I think they deserve a round of applause. Today brings with it a sense of overwhelming pride and renewed optimism as I pay tribute to each of you, because there is no greater accomplishment than a master seeing the apprentice exceed the master's capability. A university is a community of scholars at different levels, and as a student, you formed part of that community. Today, it is my esteemed privilege and honor to witness this academic celebration. I remind you that as you graduate, you do not depart from that academic community, but continue its tradition at a higher level of scholarship. I commend you because you have achieved a milestone of genuine importance which will transform you in many ways. By virtue, it has expanded the range of vocations you can pursue, increase your knowledge of the world, deepen your capacity to appreciate societies and culture, and provide a robust foundation for lifelong learning and nation building. As you depart this institution, I'm hopeful that the time spent here would have been a period of enlightenment, during which you would have greatly benefited from the wealth of knowledge and vast experience of your instructors and professors. Through intellectual discourse and the university's current integration of service learning, faculty would have encouraged you to fully immerse yourselves in the dynamic, student-centric learning process. Such an interactive and enjoyable learning experience would have certainly allowed you to hone your creative and critical thinking skills, likewise arousing the entrepreneurial spirit of which the distinctive qualities, which we hope will be the distinctive qualities of the UTT graduate. So while this graduation is an accomplishment which you can celebrate and justly reflect with pride, it is also a celebratory time for all those who contributed to your journey in no small measure, and particularly for the university as you process resplendent in your graduation gowns of burgundy, blue, green, red, and black. But while we celebrate, permit me a few minutes, if you will, to reflect the road that has brought you to where you are today. I think back to those early, heady days of independence, to the many inspirations at that time, still very relevant. In his 1962 independence address to the nation, the late Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, our first Prime Minister, reminded us, and I quote, You hope soon to be a member of the world family of nations, playing your part, however insignificant, in world affairs. You are on your own in a big world in which you alone are one of many nations, some small, some medium, and some large. This is worth repeating, and I quote again. You hope soon to be a member of the world family of nations, playing your part, however insignificant, in world affairs. You are on your own in a big world in which you are one of many nations, some small, some medium, some large. I continue. These words are directly relevant to you as graduates, as you move into a different phase of your life. But in further reflecting on the vision and journey since 1962, there have been many milestones of which we, as a people, can be justifiably proud. And I dare say that the small Twin Island state has unmistakably contributed to several facets of world affairs. An important milestone in this journey occurred in 2004, when the government of Trinidad and Tobago, under the leadership of the deceased and revered Patrick Manning, took the bold decision to create a mandate separate and distinct from the University of the West Indies. In the quest to realize the potential of an emerging Trinidad and Tobago, it was felt there was need for a national university which would be flexible and responsive to the needs of continued national development, and which would play a pivotal role in the development of the country's human resources. That decision 15 years ago has allowed UTT, the national university, to begin contributing to a new chapter in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. As we celebrate its 15th anniversary, the history of UTT, though relatively short, boasts a rich and vibrant narrative, and in time its legacy will surely be intimately interwoven with nationalistic pride and nationhood. By comparison, UWI is just over 70 years old. You look for further comparison, Cambridge is 800 years old. UTT, 15 years, then describes a period of adolescence, the phase of development between childhood and adulthood. This transitionary period is characterized by new experiences, self-discovery, and the inherent need to claim autonomy for the country. For a university, this period of adolescence allows us to engage in self-examination and reflection as we unearth new and sometimes difficult truths about ourselves. But it is from this process of intense self-reflection and engagement of internal and external stakeholders that we will emerge more resilient and well-equipped as we forge ahead in a quest towards self-sustainability and providing, and this is the motto of UTT, education with a global vision. UTT serves a national purpose, and its scope should always be looked at within a national context. Since inception, we have identified the UTT community as a community of scholars in pursuit of excellence and supportive of national development. Today, on behalf of that community, I express my gratitude to past and current governments for continuing to believe in honoring the vision of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Over the past years, the university has indeed undergone several significant changes, including an important one, having to do more with less. I'm therefore proud to say that even with these adjustments, UTT has been able to achieve and indeed surpass several milestones, which in itself has been no easy task. We therefore reflect to the past 10 years, 15 years, and look to the future with vigor and excitement. More important is the simple fact that over the 15 years of existence, UTT has produced over 18,000 highly trained professionals and technicians who are now making a significant contribution to growth and development of this young nation and beyond. Traditionally, universities do not undertake the training of technicians who are required in larger numbers than professional engineers or professional scientists to support the growth and development of any nation. We at UTT, from the inception, recognized we had a particular role, and a deliberate decision was taken that UTT would embrace the education and training of that group. Yes, it was a departure from traditional university offerings, but an initiative of which we are very proud. Graduates, workplaces, and job functions are changing. These economic times have created a new type of job market, and the rapid development of cutting-edge technology has certainly revolutionized the way in which tasks are completed. As a UTT graduate, and this addressed particularly to them, your period within the university has prepared you not simply to get a job, but to critically assess situations and seek opportunities for improvement and development. There are many challenges for small, emerging countries like Trinidad and Tobago in this century. We must adopt the right mind in the way countries such as Singapore have done, so that such challenges can be transformed into opportunities. However, those opportunities can only be fully explored and bring benefits to the national community by those of us who, like yourselves, have benefited from tertiary education. Offered, an important point in this small country of ours, tertiary education offered at a significantly subsidized cost to qualified students. This, ladies and gentlemen and graduates, is the desired return on the taxpayer's investment. Use the education, training, and skills which you have acquired at UTT, not merely to earn a good salary, but to continue to a higher level of productivity, entrepreneurship, and civic mindedness. Most importantly, provide excellent examples to our younger generation to what it means to be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, and particularly a graduate of UTT. I dream of the day when such traits become synonymous with being a UTT graduate, of being unique, integral to the development of the community, and performing with distinction. As I look at you here seated today, I'm convinced that this is a dream that will soon be realized. There's a French saying, often recited by my principal at high school during the time I attended secondary school, noblesse oblige, which to say, with nobility comes greater obligation. I impress on you always to be true to your obligations, be they to your family, your community, or your country. And I challenge you today. I challenge you because perhaps at no time in our history has Trinidad and Tobago needed the vibrancy, energy, and creative thinking of its younger generation as it does now. Our country continues to be faced very serious economic and social challenges. And it's only with hard work and determination, coupled with a sense of community and national pride, that we'll be able to effectively address these serious issues. Again, the words of Dr. Eric Williams ring true. Whatever the changes, and I quote, whatever the changes that face you, whatever the challenges that faces you, from whatever quarter, place always first the national interest and the national cause. The strength of the nation depends on the strength of its citizens. I repeat that. Whatever the challenges that face you, from whatever quarter, place always that the national interest and the national cause are ahead of the list. The strength of the nation depends on the strength of its citizens. In closing, I once again extend heartfelt congratulations to all our graduates on this very special day. You've done yourselves, your family, friends, and university proud. Always remember that they are, your friends and family, the unsung heroes of your success today as you receive your award and in the future as you pursue your professional careers. Do not think of this as an end, for this is only the beginning of a new journey filled with new experiences of which you will be the author. Graduates, it is my esteemed privilege and honor to witness and be part of this academic celebration, and again to say congratulations to all our graduates of 2019. I ask them to stand so we can give them a round of applause, please. The graduates. Thank you. Please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for underscoring the university's role and mission in producing graduates who are competent and willing to serve the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I now call on Professor Kwame Ryan to deliver the citation for Mrs. Merle Albino Decoto.
Mrs. Merle Albino Decoto, steel pan pioneer and educator, is a true daughter of the soil. Having been born into a musical family, Mrs. Albino Decoto developed a deep passion for the promotion and advancement of the steel pan. As a cultural activist, Mrs. Albino Decoto held the position of Director of Culture of the former Ministry of Community Development, Culture, and Women's Affairs, and oversaw the first ever Pan in Schools project. Mrs. Albino Decoto has over 60 years experience in the field of music education at the primary, secondary, and tertiary levels. She is also the music director of Music Makers, a music school in existence for over 40 years, and today she continues to guide her students to success. Indeed, many outstanding national musicians were under Mrs. Albino Decoto's distinguished tutelage. Her experience as an arranger began with the Chase Manhattan Savoys, which gave her the distinction of being the first female to arrange for a steel band with the popular selection Mass in May by the Mighty Sparrow. Following this, Mrs. Albino Dakota was also an adjudicator of several steel pan competitions, including the World Steel Band Music Festival. Panorama competitions, both local, regional, and international, and other music festivals have also been adjudicated by Mrs. Albino Dakota. She holds a master's degree in Carnival Studies from the University of Trinidad and Tobago. She is a graduate of McGill University and the University of the West Indies. She is also the holder of several awards for her contribution to music, some of which include being honored by the National Women's Action Committee for her contribution to the Calypso art form. She is also the recipient of a Kwanzaa Award, the Hummingbird Medal, a Sunshine Award at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, and has been inducted into the Sunshine Awards Hall of Fame. Mrs. Albino Dakota's impressive list of credits also include being the program coordinator for the National Steel Orchestra of Trinidad and Tobago and the coordinator of the music literacy program for Pan Trinbago's Pan Tuning program. She has also offered her expert opinion at several local and international panel discussions on the steel pan. Mrs. Albino Dakota considers herself a lifelong resident of Laventille and continues to conduct workshops for the betterment and upliftment of that community. The University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts upon Mrs. Merle Albino Dakota. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I invite you to present this award. Congratulations, Dr. Albino Dakota. I now invite Professor Prakash Prasad to deliver the citation for Mr. Basdeo Pandey.
I will do so with caution, so Mr. Pandey, don't tell me anything like stand up and say what I'm saying. Eh? He is a silver, he has a very sharp tongue. Mr. Basdeo Pandey was born in the rural village of St. Julian, Princestown, receiving his early education at the St. Julian Canadian Mission School, and thereafter at Presentation College, where he obtained his senior Cambridge school certificate. Upon completion of his studies, Mr. Pandey worked as a cane wearer, a primary school teacher, and a civil servant prior to attending university, where he obtained degrees in law from the Lincoln's Inn in 1962, economics from London University in 1965, and drama from the London School of Dramatic Arts, 1960. In 1965, Mr. Pandey obtained a Commonwealth Scholarship to pursue postgraduate studies at Delhi School of Economics and Political Science. However, before heading to India, he decided to return to Trinidad to visit his family. It was while on this short visit that Mr. Pandey became involved in the struggle for workers' rights and the trade union movement, lobbying for better working conditions for workers. Witnessing firsthand the significant struggle of workers in the sugar industry, Mr. Pandey abandoned his scholarship and devoted his time to helping workers by becoming the advisor to several trade unions upon starting his private practice as a lawyer. During this period of social injustice, Mr. Pandey remained committed to the cause, consistently supporting the workers in their struggles. This led to his arrest, and yes, you guessed, imprisonment on several occasions. Mr. Pandey entered the realm of politics in 1966 when he became a member of the Workers' and Farmers' Party, contesting the national elections, but succumbed to defeat. Continuing with the struggle for workers' rights, he became President General of the All Trinidad Sugar and General Workers Trade Union in 1973. In 1976, he again contested national elections for the constituency of Couva North and won his seat in Parliament, a seat which he held unbroken for 34 years. Mr. Pandey was one of the founders of the United Labour Front, the ULF. He first entered Parliament on the 15th of September 1972 as an opposition senator. Subsequently, he became a member of the House of Representatives and was leader of the opposition from 1981 to 1986. In 1986, he was appointed Minister of External Affairs and International Trade in the government of the National Alliance for Reconstruction, the NAR. In 1988, he was expelled from the NAR party and formed Club 88, which eventually became a new political party, the United National Congress. He was appointed leader of the opposition for a second time in 1989. And leadership is about bringing persons out of their comfort zones, changing their lives, making them reach higher levels. So Mr. Pandey, as leader of the opposition, as he set about to choose the senators, he called a young academic at the Department of Mechanical Engineering of UWI, at St. Augustine campus, at 11:30 one night, making a request for him to serve. The academic, safely ensconced in the protective walls of the university, did not want to say yes, but could not say no, much to the consternation of his wife and parents. This state of disquiet was soothed when the academic received a letter from a senior colleague, one with a thorough and iconic stature, one Professor Kenneth S. Julian, who expressed his support for academics leaving the protective shelter of the university and getting involved in national life. Now, 30 years to the month, the karmic loop, I believe, and if you don't like the word karmic loop, I will say the causal loop that comes from systems theory is closed today on this stage here now. The indomitable Mr. Basil Pandey was again appointed leader of the opposition for the third time in October 2002, and for the fourth time in November 2007. Mr. Pandey is married and is a father of 4 daughters. For his sterling contribution to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer on him the award of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. I present the enigmatic, talismanic Basil Pandey.
Congratulations, Dr. Pandey. I now call on Professor Hollis Liverpool to deliver the citation for Mr. Robert Lord Nelson.
Your Excellency, Ms. Paula Weeks, ORTT, President of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Seated right behind me on the right is Robert Nelson, more commonly known by his sobriquet, Lord Nelson. He was born and raised in tranquil Plymouth in Tobago. And after graduating from high school, he migrated to the United States of America in search of a better life. It was not long after his arrival that he was drafted into the U.S. Army and deployed to work in Korea. It was this chain of events which set in motion the creation of the legend Lord Nelson, who has been composing and singing calypsos for almost 70 years. In a strange country like the United States, Lord Nelson accidentally unearthed his talent for performing, as on weekends, he would provide entertainment by patterning himself after popular calypsonians such as Lord Kitchener, the Mighty Sparrow, and Lord Melody. Upon the completion of his tour of duty in the Army, he began singing with West Indian steel bands as a steel band musician in Brooklyn, mostly covering calypso hits, which were well received by the Caribbean community. Dubbed as a headliner, Lord Nelson performed at local festivals and carnival celebrations with well-known calypso artists. An encounter with the mighty Duke propelled his career, as he was encouraged to pen his own compositions. And thereafter, he found a great deal of popularity and won the title of the Uncrowned King in a competition for crownless artists at Trinidad's Carnival during the 1990s. With an artistic flavor, Lord Nelson fused the rhythms of calypso music with the funk and soul of American music, creating timeless classics such as Lala and King Lear. Lord Nelson's music has always been categorized as revolutionary. By his work, he shifted the boundaries of calypso by incorporating various genres of music and can be considered one of the architects of the genre soca music. Some of his greatest hits include Stella, Disco Daddy, Family, The Scroll, We Must Advertise, all works of quality. And I say that especially because today we join with the international community to celebrate World Quality Day. Here is a quality man with quality songs. His calypso hit in 1983, My Lover, remains an absolute classic, which has received countless commendations both locally and abroad. As a cultural ambassador, Lord Nelson was awarded the keys to the city of Port of Spain in 1989, the Hummingbird Gold National Award in 2017, and the Lifetime Soca Award from Glasgow Promotions in 2019. He has also received numerous citations and proclamations throughout the world. Today, Lord Nelson is known to be Trinidad and Tobago's eldest active recording and performing artist, who yet delivers a captivating performance, with his music being among the best loved in the soca repertoire. Your Excellency, the University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Distinguished Fellow upon Robert Nelson, better known in the calypso world as Lord Nelson.
Congratulations to our distinguished fellow, Mr. Nelson. I now invite Dr. Pandey to deliver honorary remarks.
Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Kenneth S. Julian, TC, Chairman of the University, members of the Board of Governors, Mrs. Merle Albino de Coteau, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow, Professor Sarim Al-Zubaidi, President, Professor Marlon Knight, Assistant Vice President, Research, Impact, and Postgraduate Studies, Dr. Stephen Joseph, Assistant Vice President, Undergraduate Studies, Professor Prakash Prasad, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs. Orators, Dr. Ijai John and Mr. Richard Pierre. Senior academic and corporate staff. Members of the Student Guild and other students. Mrs. Anissa Moses, valedictorian. Graduates of 2019. Specially invited guests, family members, friends, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have any more time? On behalf of my distinguished fellow honorees, Dr. Merle Albino de Coteau, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, and Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow, I wish to indicate that we are indeed humbled and honored to be conferred with these honorary titles. On this auspicious occasion, filled with celebration, we express heartfelt gratitude to the Chancellor, Chairman, members of the Board of Governors, the staff and students of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Historically, universities play a critical role in the development and progress of countries. In the case of the UTT being the only national university, that is most relevant. At this critical time in our history, when energy revenue plays a diminished role, it must be a national imperative to broaden and diversify the economy. But to do so requires a new skill set and a new educational focus. As the world migrates from knowledge economy to thinking economy, there is need for a total reform of our educational system, from top to bottom, and in particular at the tertiary level, with the object being of producing graduates with the proper mix of relevant skills and competencies, which include an aptitude for invention, innovation, entrepreneurship, and the ability to solve complex, multidisciplinary, real-world problems. The present system seems to be oriented to producing graduates looking for a job, instead of producing graduates who will, by creating new inventions and innovations, will create jobs. You may recall that during my tenure as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister's Award for Innovation and invention was launched. This thrust was intended to harness and reward our innate creativity in developing products, processes, and services with the aim of fostering and sustaining the diversification process. Prize money was also awarded for the patenting of these products and processes in order to endanger a new entrepreneurial class. In 2000, the Trinidad and Tobago Institute of Technology, TTIT, was also launched to produce industry-ready technicians and technologists with the emphasis on the energy sector, to institutionalize an umbilical link between academia and industry. TITT was suitably situated in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago's petrochemical sector, the Point Lisa's industrial estate. These ventures, among others, reflected our belief in the value of a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, in striving for sustainable economic growth and prosperity, and the immediate need to inculcate a spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship among students in particular and the wider citizenry in general. In 2004, the University of Trinidad and Tobago did subsume the TTIT and build upon its many successes, its robust academic approach, and strong work ethos. As such, I am convinced that the UTT can produce world-class graduates with an embedded culture for innovation and entrepreneurship. In the many programs and multidisciplinary research clusters, all of which are aligned to national development priorities. Graduates of the class of 2019, allow me to strongly impress upon you the absolutely important role you have and must play in ensuring our country moves forward on the path of sustainable economic growth and development. You are the future leaders of academia, industry, and government. In pursuing your respective qualifications, you must now come to the fore. I encourage you to utilize your knowledge to make our industries, businesses, and government old and new, more efficient and effective. Use your intrinsic ingenuity to create novel products. And with your entrepreneurial skill set, utilize output of research projects to start new enterprises. Graduates, today I tell you, stand tall, dream big, and think bigger. Trinidad and Tobago may be our home, but the world is our market. I exhort you to rise to the challenge I place before you. In today's competitive society, do not be mere spectators, but rather active and creative participants. As the well-renowned civil rights leader Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. I therefore repeat, be brave, stand firm, stand tall, and be counted. Once again, I thank you for the honor being bestowed upon me today and the privilege to address the leaders of tomorrow. To all graduates, congratulations on your significant academic achievement. And I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Basdeo Pandey, Honorary Doctor of Laws. Thank you for reminding us of UTT's role in ensuring that our graduates possess the skills and competencies to solve the multidisciplinary real-world problems. Once again, congratulations to Dr. Basdeo Pandey, Honorary Doctor of Laws. Dr. Merle Albino de Coto, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts. And Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow. I now invite Professor Prakash Prasad, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs, to present to the Chancellor those persons who have been awarded master's degrees and Doctor of Philosophy degrees. Professor Prakash Prasad.
Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates from these academic programs, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, to the master's and doctoral degrees for which they are presented.
Graduates of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, by the authority vested in me, I admit you to the master's and doctoral degrees for which you are to be presented and receive you as graduate members of our society.
Thank you, Your Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. I now call on Mr. Neil Allain, who will call the names of the graduates being admitted to the master's level. Mr. Neil Allain.
Is that going by Morrison? Masters in Health Administration. Bitati Bridge Mohan. Josh Adofa Hostin. Masters of Science in Innovation, Manufacturing Management, and Entrepreneurship. Adi Dev Bakar. Adesh Bagalu. Onella Vina Bagan. Janelle Caroline Jill Mitchell. Master of Science in Petroleum Engineering, Ryan Barras. Dominic Mark Gordon. Andrew Anthony Grant. Shad Shahid Hussain. Master of Science in Reservoir Engineering, Shaquille Antonio Carlos. Avel Badri. Tina Mirielda Coleman. Daron Lal. Philippe Shivanan Madri. Kyle Denzel Medica. Sean Sanjay Pulchan. Sanye Felicia Ramkisoon. Aaron Ravi Samuel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neil Allain. I now call on Professor Marlon Knights, who will call the names of the PhD graduates.
The Doctor of Philosophy is the highest degree that is conferred by research universities. Those studying for a PhD produce original research that fill the gaps in our knowledge and provide solutions to our most pressing challenges. The University of Trinidad and Tobago wishes to confer the Doctoral of Philosophy to the following individuals. Ms. Shivani Budram, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering. Ms. Shivani Budram obtained her Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Biology with first-class honors from the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. Ms. Budram research investigated the chemical characteristics of compounds with potential for the pharmaceutical and industrial uses. Ms. Budram's research has already resulted in 2 peer-reviewed articles in highly regarded scholarly journals. I present to you Dr. Shivani Budram. Ms. Clarice Jupiter, Doctor of Philosophy in Petroleum Engineering. Ms. Clarice Jupiter holds a natural science degree in physics and chemistry and a postgraduate diploma in petroleum engineering from the University of the West Indies. Ms. Jupiter also holds a Master of Engineering degree in mineral engineering management from Pennsylvania State University. Ms. Jupiter's doctoral research focused on developing models to enhance recovery of oil and from mature oil fields. Dr. Clarice Jupiter. Ms. Phaedra Jagannath, Doctor of Philosophy in Process Engineering. Ms. Jagannath holds a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Management and a Master of Science in Petroleum Engineering from the University of the West Indies. Ms. Jagannath was a special prize winner in Nehru's Prime Minister's Awards for Scientific Ingenuity. Ms. Jagannath's doctoral research focused on the sustainable production of biodiesel, which holds the potential for generating significant economic activity while simultaneously positively impacting on the environment. Dr. Phaedra Jagannath. Mr. Herbert Suku, Doctor of Philosophy in Process Engineering. Mr. Suku is an engineer and geoscientist. He's the founder, chairman, and principal consultant of Geominex Group of Companies. Mr. Suku's research investigated opportunities to explore Trinidad and Tobago's untapped hydrocarbon deposits. Dr. Herbert Suku.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Professor Al-Zubaidi. I think congratulations is in order for all these high achievers, masters and doctorate. A whole lot of work. Put your hands, bring up that energy. Congratulations to them all. Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, ORTT President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, will now depart. I ask you kindly to stand and acknowledge the Chancellor's departure. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. The APA choir, under the superb musical direction of Dr. Roger Henry, will now sing for you From Now On, from The Greatest Showman by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. This is arranged by Roger Emerson. Kindly put your hands together and welcome the APA choir.
Wow. I think we can all say that our APA choir has been doing an excellent job this afternoon. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, so now we move on to the awarding of the certificates, diplomas, and undergraduate degrees. I now invite Professor Prakash Prasad to please present to the chairman those persons who would have met the requirements of the University of Trinidad and Tobago to be admitted to certificates, diplomas, and undergraduate degrees. Prof. Prasad.
Chairman, I ask you to admit these candidates from these academic programs having fulfilled the requirements of the university to the certificate, diploma, and undergraduate degrees for which they are presented.
Everyone, please note that the Deputy Chairman will be doing the honors of distributing the rest of the degrees. I now call Mr. Shameen Bas Mohammed.
Certificate in Food Technology. Maliki Matthew Harper. Certificate in Process Operations. Makeda Fidelia Cruikshank. Aniola Essence Edwards. Alexander Adrian Ruplal. Chantal Sumair.
Now, Ms. Camille Abrahams will continue with the diplomas.
Artist Diploma in Music Performance. Gabrielle Simone Aline. Zion Andrew. Candice Sophia Caton. Astra Lynn Noel. Diploma in Agriculture. Shastri Hans Badal. Kiran Vishal Bibaki. Jamal Siobhan Colburn. Amrita Haribans. Isaiah Ezekiel Letren.
When it changes, you have to say it. When the diploma changes,
Nicholas Anthony Sunar. Diploma in Animal Health Production, Veterinary, Public Health. Tanisha Pascali Plummer. Byfield. Kathy Figaro. Ariana Charlemar Bogansing. Jamila George. Janice Katie Gooding. Kezia Joseph. Sherlon Darius King. Sasha Lane. Nathalia Keisha Maniram. Camelia Shariza Mohammed. Shanice Cynthia Sankar. Vernice Afia Smart. Diploma in Animation Studies. Kendall Anthony Budu. Samara Tala Chulhan. Child Kenon Jurity. Christian Michael Holder. Shania Fayola Jerome. Shemuel Sherwell Legal. Christian Jordan McSween. Alec Elijah Motiram. Jonathan Andrew Osmond. Alanis Sophia Ramdeen. Shonel Naomi Smith. Stefan Nicholas Superville. Diploma in Biomedical Equipment Technology. Abby Shinaka Adams. Jalisa Kathy Gonzalez. Nathaniel Philip Guerra. Joshua Marlon Hector. Amy Ruth Holder. Epiphany Malika Jack. Timothy Jonathan Maharaj. Anaya Shanika Jeffrey. Adrian Mark Joseph. Tiffany Maria Joseph. Gerard Akeem O'Brien. Christian Andre Paul. Andra Kea Maria Titus. Diploma in Food Technology. Randira Angelia Bachu. Rebecca Aliha Bahadur. Kavita Jamie Bagalu. Daniela Aliyah Lewis. Jodel Bruce. Kelly Budai. Alicia Nisa Hakim. Nathaniel Marcus Jackman. Stephanie Sarah Jagan, sorry. Danique Aqua, Liverpool. Faith Shania Ruiz. Tunisia Shireen Sito. Afisha Shanice Skirez. National Engineering Technician Diploma in Chemical Engineering. Dana Brad Antrobus. Naila Farisha Amin. Lakita Calendar. Tyrese Ronaldo George. Veena Anupa Mangro. Risha Nanan. Melissa Elizabeth Steele. Ashley Stone. Pietro Paulus Stang. National Engineering Technician Diploma in Civil Engineering. Anderson Atiba Alexis. Amrita Babulal. Nikolai Kinu Clifford. Stefan Ren Figaro. Bharat Narendra Jagdeo. Shivanand Jaglal. Dylan Sean Ned. DeMarcus Anthony Paris. Nalisha Kadisha Pierre. Mikhail Patrick Ramjet. Isaiah Rodney Simmons. Shaquille Kellon Sylvester. National Engineering Technician Diploma in Electrical Electronic Engineering. Kyle Evan Ali. Aidan Theldon Brown. Carlin Marquise Charles. Ephraim Gabriel. Shameen Gafur. Afia Daria Gittins. Videsh Ganesh Hari Singh. Jason Hensel. Jamil A. Johnson. Jerome Ann C. Johnson. Stephen Julian. Aliyah Khan. Anton Sion Morrison. Brandon Ingram Pahalad. Shalomi Abiola Pierre. Timothy Anderson Pierre. Mikloth Polyman. Alan Nyron Ramadine. Israel Mikhail Devert. Varma Ramjit. Darius Khalil Mohammed. Mark Christian Ramsaran. Vijay Ramsawak. Randy Rupnarain. Satesh Sukku. David Ricardo Wickham. National Engineering Technician Diploma in Instrumentation Engineering. Richard Hemant Rupnarain. Diploma in Forestry. Karandel Mapule Mapul McCaskey.
Now, Mr. Deosaran Buduram will continue with the diplomas.
National Engineering Technician's Diploma in Mechanical Engineering. Nikhil Shakil Alexander. Rene Arendelle. James Alexis Andrews. Shivanaris Das. Julius George. Richie Rich Diaz. Frederick Everson Edwards. I'll leave it on top. I'll leave it on top. So I'll just let them on. Xavier Kyle Francis. Akash Sanjeev Gildari. Megan Claire Gordine. Kevis Ricardo Joseph. Sven Kevin Lemmers. Matthew Edward Logan. Dinesh Maharaj. Annalisa Mohammed. Samantha Nikita Ramgulam. Alea Shivana Ramgulam. Stephen Prasad. Christopher Ramjan. Daniel Ramnath. Nicholas Anthony Rampasad. Wade Ramsubag. Elisha Akash Ronalds. Stephen Antonius Turbani. National Engineering Technician Diploma in Petroleum Engineering. Andrea Antoinette Bartholomew. Brian Matthew Cabrera. Maisha K. Mendoza. Evangeline Hannah Pardesi. Justin Marcus Sinat. Karishma Vidanmati Singh.
Adrian Kristan Thomas.
Thank you. Dr. Solange Kelly will now continue with the bachelor students.
Bachelors of Applied Science in Biomedical Engineering. Ruth Albornoz Chacon. Katrina Shayana Ali. Nikhil Bayam. Ayana Makeda Guevara. Janelle Manuel. Javed Mohammed. Gabriella Ann Jacqueline Ryan. Dorian Justin Serju. Vasha Crystal Suklal. Bachelors of Applied Science in Civil Engineering Systems with Construction Engineering and Management. Christoph Ali. Justin Budu Singh. Umesh Durga Prasad. Risa Sharis Hossain. Sophia Jones. Kwesi LaShawn Martinez. Shandal Hakeem McQueen. Devan Justin Samuel. Arnold Stephen Sibaran. Saida Amina Sultan. Brandon Lachmana Thomas. Goodwin Small. Octave Yearwood Jr. Renel Baldio. Sarah Sultan. Ryan Bissoon. Ravina Sukram. Dylan Charles. Carrie-Ann Amanda Lagan. Keisha Shavana Mangaru. Sage Danielle. Leslie Anu. Aaron Wendell Darby. Jillian Suku. Bachelors of Applied Science in Manufacturing and Design Engineering. Sean Stephen Big. Shoke Edwards. Jordan Eccles. Nicholas Gangadine. Uche Chu Geme Gerald Emasiani. Fiola Nyla Johnson. Darian Rondell King. Amrita Amy Mahabir. Carlisle Damian Maxwell. Joel Paul McKnight. Justin Stefan Oliveira. Michael Tristan Polisher. Joshua Anthony Ross. Devanan Sankar. Akash Suknanan. Andre Thomas. Hale Thomas Houston. Lyndon Wallace. Nicole Woods. Bachelors of Applied Science in Petroleum Engineering. Leah Nadia Alexis. Maisa Shabana Ali. Sasha Anu Ali. Josiah Joseph Bailey. Kia Marie Vandria Chadban. Olivia Barrington Cole. Chantel Jack. Shiraza Tony Jahor. That should be Shazara. Angelo Jesus Khan. Don Denzel Mitchell. Zakir Shazim Mohammed. Sarojani Karishma Mohes. Felicia Morris. Anissa Moses Summa Cum Laude. Sael Nichols. Alicia Eden Ramcharan. Jonathan Ramsuk. Michelle Ratan Singh. Brandon Rufus. LaShawn Simon. Bachelors of Applied Science in Process Engineering. Kishan Benasseri. Monique Christopher. Karan Faria. Camellia Hines. Rachel Kalicharan. Chesu Ruth King. Andrea Lal. Garrick Lewis. Triash Lewis. Sakasha Mohammed. Francesca Narain. Rishma Rajkumar. Karen Ramos. Rakisha Sinanan. Chanel Sukram. Matthew Valdez. Tariq Williams. Bachelors of Applied Science in Utilities Engineering, Electrical option. Salim Ali Mohammed. Sanisha Ali Mohan. Marciano Francis. Jeffrey Galan. Aaron Julian. Dion Lal. Marlon Hirasingh. Ronaldo Anthony Jeffrey. Joshua Anthony Katwaru. Fahim Aziz Khan. Bradley Lafoon. Kishore Manguru. Naresh Maraj. Kurth Mario Muer. Kival Ragbir. Glenn Roop. Jerome Clevon Smith. Vashal Ricard Sukram. Nadia Trisha Sukra. Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts. Kezia Danielle Joseph. Anthony Leon Montatine. Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts with specialization in acting. Colette Austin. Keela Butler. Stacy Logan. Bridget Kaylee Rampasad. Kadisha Whitney Thomas. Shanicia Walker. Karen Williams. Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts with specialization in dance. Carissa Edwards. Monifa Fleming. Jackie Rivers Campbell. Shaquille Suberu. Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts with specialization in music. Renee Aliong. Joshua Alexander. Obadele Alec. Abigail Marie Cooper. Rashunda Dorset Hadley. Akil George. Hanif Goodrich. Tanisha Guerra. Shania James. Akeem Nicholas Larrier. Dion Joseph Mansing. Crystal Ogra. Jarrell Samuel. Rachel Myers Scott. Chuma Akil Watson. Stefan Reed West. Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts with specialization in theater, design, and production. Kristen Jeremiah. Mackenzie Smith. Salima West. Bachelor of Science in Animal Science and Technology. Darren Chunising. Jamie Dindiel. Tiffany Phillips. Bachelor of Science in Crop Science and Technology. Romalie Rampasad. Nikita Samlal. Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology with specialization in public health and food safety. Natela Ebony Babulal. Sharon Boyce. Claudette Burrows. Melissa Chevalier. Charlene Cross Ramkasoon. Rajesh Danraj. Keston Lester Diaz. Kyle Julian James. Devon Anthony Mendoza. Nanika Daphne Payne. Ronald Rajram. Kiran Kenrick Ramsey. Hemwati Singh Sipasad. Hemawati, sorry. Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology with electives in Public Health and Food Safety. Ayoka Cummings. Anelia Davis, Kamencita Duberry, Janissa Joseph, Lonella Nandu, Hahia Chanel Regis, Bachelors of Science in Food Science and Technology with specialization in nutrition and dietetics. Kimmy Bob, Akeisha Stewart, Felicia Elizabeth Webb,
I call Mr. Neil Lane to continue with the image.
Master of Engineering in Petroleum Engineering, Selina Ali. Shane Sadir Ali. Leah Afia Brown. Stefan Kyle Chien. Michael Andre Johnson. Kershel Kyler Phillips. Kishan Kumar Ramnarayan. Jonathan Peter Stewart. Jamal Brandon Thompson.
Thank you very much, Professor Clement Imber and Professor Salim Al-Zubaidi for making those presentations. And I think it is in order for us to say congratulations to all these people. So 3 cheers. Hip hip! Hip hip! For the years of hard work, the days and the nights. Hip hip! Congratulations to you all. And now the focus changes. It falls on dance. Students of UTT's Year 3 Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts will perform a Kathak dance recital. It is set in 16 beats and demonstrates the technical aspects of the unique style. Music by members of the faculty from APA, harmonium, Rana Mohip, tabla, Prashant Patesa, voice and choreography, Suzanne Mohip. Put your hands together for this Kathak dance recital.
Now they'll present pure footwork.
da. Tag da gini da di da. 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 Da da. Da da. Da. Da da. Da da. 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 Da.
Dancers, please, we ask you to come onto stage. Dancers, we are inviting you onto stage. A wonderful presentation there, Kathak dance recital. If you are hearing me, Professor Julian has specially asked that the dancers come onto stage to take a bow, if they are hearing me. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Thank you for that wonderful Kathak dance recital. Congratulations to choreographer Suzanne Mohip. Thank you once again. At this time, I wish to invite all graduating students to join the UTT Alumni Association. The objectives of the UTT Alumni Association are to promote interaction among alumni members and between alumni and UTT, encourage education, research, and commercialization of innovative ideas, keep members informed on the progress of UTT, mentor undergraduate, postgraduate students through co-op training or similar work-related experiences, provide professional development training opportunities for its members, recognize alumni achievement. You may join the UTT Alumni Association by going to the UTT website at www.u.tt. I now invite President of the Alumni Association, Mr. Kempis Charles, to lead the graduates in the Alumni Pledge. Mr. Kempis Charles.
All protocols observed. At this time, I would like to ask all the graduates to please stand. I'll ask you to repeat after me as we take the Alumni Pledge. As alumni of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, we solemnly swear to uphold the honorable traditions of our university, imbued by the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship, which is at the center of UTT's mission. We will endeavor to lend creativity and passion to all that we undertake, As graduates of the National University, we also commit ourselves to the highest standards of service to our community and country. We will further strive to earn our own place among UTT's alumni, who, by their devotion to these ideals, have brought recognition and honor to our alma mater. We will provide moral, intellectual, and financial support and will encourage others to attend our alma mater, and thus to contribute to the perpetuation of the necessary and noble work of UTT. Welcome to the alumni.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. I now invite Ms. Anissa Moses, graduate of the Bachelor of Applied Science in Petroleum Engineering, to deliver the valedictory address. Welcome.
Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Emeritus, TC, Chairman of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Members of the Board of Governors, University of Trinidad and Tobago. Mrs. Merlene Albino de Couture, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts. Mr. Basdio Pandey, Honorary Doctor of Laws. Mr. Robert Nelson, Honorary Distinguished Fellow. Professor Sarim Al-Zubaidi, Professor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Professor Prakash Prasad, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs. Professor Marlon Knights, Assistant Vice President, Research, Impact and Postgraduate Studies. Dr. Stephen Joseph, Assistant Vice President, Undergraduate Studies. Orators, Dr. E.J. John and Mr. Richard Pay. Senior academic and corporate staff of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Members of the Student Guild and other students, University of Trinidad and Tobago. Graduates of 2019. Specially invited guests, family members and friends, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow graduates, tonight is our night, and I'm honored to be your valedictorian. In this spotlight, I aim to embody all graduates in today's program. This is indeed a bitter-sweet moment, as it is both an ending and the beginning of a chapter. In this moment, we reminisce on what we have accomplished. For some of us, it has been in excess of 7 years of persistent dream chasing. No matter the academic level which you have achieved, every graduate here deserves praise. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the graduating class of 2019. Seriously, what does it mean to you to be inside these hallowed walls of the graduation pavilion this evening? To some, this is the ending of formal schooling. To others, This is a milestone on an academic journey with many more graduations to come. Regardless of your academic inclination, one thing I'm sure we can agree on, sitting here as graduates did not come without the two S's, sacrifice and struggles. Giving up on your favorite movie because you're studying for final exams, long days, sleepless nights, midterms after midterms, retaking quizzes, and giving up of our simple pleasures. Ooh, yeah, that's sacrifice. I remembered feeling as though I was on my breaking point. I remembered being en route to Point Fortin a Tuesday evening, staring at my phone screen, eyes watering, while attempting one of Mr. Allen's well-logging questions. And we all know how those questions can be, right? An elderly woman sitting next to me in the taxi sensed my frustration, and she said to me, "Daughter, where there is a will, God provides a way. Keep going." And you know what? She was right. I have prevailed. We all have prevailed. Struggles. Oh boy, let's talk struggles. In 2015, I lost someone dear to me. 1 year later, I lost my father. In 2017, I became so sick to the point of immobility, missed final exams, and as though that wasn't enough, in 2018, my classmate, my ride or die classmate, Keon James, passed. I know he is here today, sitting among us as he should be. These struggles were mine, and I'm sure each of you had your own crosses to bear. It was just so easy to give up and blame God as the obstacles just keep coming year after year and day after day and week after week. But give up? Never. I was given divine strength and soldiered on to leap over these obstacles. As Jim Rohn said, the same wind blows on us all. It is not the wind, rather it's the setting of the sail that determines our destination. We use adversity to propel us. Our scars of defeat and failure fortified us, and now it has built our character. We are resilient. I cringe when we are called a product of our environment. No. This statement strips us of our power to change the environment if we so desire. It promotes uniformity and kills innovation. I say we are a product of our thoughts. As a man thinketh, so is he. We are powerful. Each and every one of us possesses what it takes to recreate the world. Yes, the world. And suddenly, doubt steps in. We stop believing as though the world is too big a place. We can't come to that belief. Some of us can't even change the station on our radio in our parents' car. How on earth are we going to change the world, right? Imagine a 16-year-old Swedish girl, Greta Thunberg. At age 16, when you're looking to hang out with your friends, live life on social media, and just not paying attention to what is taking place in the world. But here is this 16-year-old who is the most prominent voice for climate change policy. She has been named as one of 2019's most influential people by Time magazine, and has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Greta believed in herself and is lobbying for a cause in which she believes and of which affects all of humanity. Trust me, it gets better. At age 15, Jack and Draker invented an innovative way to detect pancreatic cancer, or way before some of us were even born. In 1933, a young boy born in Princeton, having a very humble beginning, grew up with many struggles, devoting his life to fighting injustices, was elected Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and is today awarded an honorary in Doctors of Laws, Dr. Basdio Pandey. I draw these references to make the point. We are more powerful than we can ever imagine. We can make a contribution to the world in a most meaningful way. No matter how insurmountable the task, throw your body over the bar. Throw your heart over the bar, and your body will follow. Graduates, we are like a differential equation. Yes, yes, maths will haunt us to our very end. I know. Like a differential equation, we are all derived from first principle. It is simply the arrangement of x's and y's that distinguish us. The past years have covalently bonded us together. We are beyond friends. Now, we are family. Let the memories that we have made here immortalized in our hearts so that we never forget the life lessons that have been unconsciously learned while toiling. We must work synergistically to yield exponential results. If there's a time our country needs us, it is now. Trinidad and Tobago invested in us, and now she must reap the fruits of her investments. So I would say to the utilities graduates, it is time for you to act on the ongoing conversation. Let's find ways of increasing efficiency, reducing energy demands, and bring renewable energy to the forefront. Agriculture needs to be treated more like a business in Trinidad. For too long, farming has been stigmatized. There's a multitude of opportunities in this sector. There's a massive market for our world-renowned Trinitario cocoa. Let us make vigilant steps to reduce our food import bill. And to my petroleum engineering students, graduates, sorry, we have a heavy mantle to carry. No longer is the low-hanging fruit available. In the world of fluctuating oil prices, we must bring forth innovation into the oil field to access the stranded reserves, stretch the limits of our thinking. Civil engineering graduates, I implore you to design and build systems that will alleviate flooding in low-lying areas. Come on, save us the millions in damage that we have grown accustomed to seeing each year. We can't habitually use the same philosophies and methods with the expectation of different results. We can do it together. As the African proverb reads, if you want to go fast, go alone. But we are not in a rush to go anyway. But if you want to go far, go together. Together we aspire, together we achieve. The President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, who also serves as the chancellor of this esteemed university, recently stated, "Formal education has an important and significance in this country and in every country. However, a well-educated, financially stable person which adds nothing to the community which he or she belongs and serves only him or herself is an absolute and colossal failure. Just as this institution would have been of great service to us, so too must we be of good service to our fellow man. Our ambition can't only be to become employees. We have it in us to be great, to be creators, to be innovators, to be the movers and shakers of this country, this world. Seated here are the greats of our times. Seated here in this graduating class can be the next Eric Williams. Seated here in this graduated class can be the next Professor Kenneth Julian, the mover and shaker of politics, of engineering. It is enshrined our psyche, the very mission statement of our national university, to contribute to the sustainable and entrepreneurial development of society through the advancement and application of research, the dissemination of knowledge, and public engagement in our pursuit to produce work-ready graduates, innovators, and critical thinkers. This mission statement speaks of service, not selfishness. In the end, it's who we become. Who cares if you have a $20 million estate, if your child nor your neighbors don't respect you? Hence, understand what is truly important. Put things into perspective. Yes, it is encouraging to go after our careers and climb the corporate ladder and start multi-million-dollar corporation. But at what expense? To what end? We must be human first. As the things of the world fade away, our memories are what remain. I will always remember my time at UTT. You all are my second family. I thank God for making all of this possible, because it's only through His divine grace that I'm here. I am truly thankful. I am thankful for all of those who have been my pillars of support, our lecturers, corporate staff, library, labs, and you, our friends and family. For those who have departed, I wish you were here to celebrate with us on this auspicious evening. I know you would have been looking over us and providing that impetus during trying times. In closing, I want you to look around. No, seriously. I want you all to look around. This is all real. This is a result of hard work. Tonight, we live in the moment. We celebrate. We enjoy the spoils of our labor. But tomorrow, we write the future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the graduating class of 2019. I thank you, and good night.
Thank you, Ms. Moses, for that inspiring address. I would like to recognize Ms. Marcelin Melvin Jack, Secretary of Community Development for the THA and former Board of Governors member for UTT. Right? At this time, we have for your enjoyment our soloists, Mr. Raphael Samuel, who will be backed up by the APA choir performing Lord Nelson's Lala, followed by the choir performing Winston Shadow Bailey's Dingole. Please enjoy.
Yes, good evening. And let's sing it. There we go. La la. La 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 la. La la. Wait, hey. La 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 la. Yes. This is a simple calypso. The words don't rhyme, so sing it slow. All you really want to know, sing the chorus while it go. When you really get the beat, good Lord, just not to stop the beat. And you must get the thing just as long as you sing, bring it. La la, la 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 la. Oh God, la 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 la. Amen. La 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 la. Oh, you sing it. La la, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, you could put your footing on limbo, put your body to and fro, put your hand up to your chest, let your waistline do the rest. When you're ready, hear the song, drop your wine until you touch the ground, and you bounce and you swing. Just remember to sing it. La la, la 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 la, la la la. You want to sing it with me? You want to sing it with me? Oh, me la do la la, c'est la 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 la, c'est la 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 la, la 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 la. Yes, before I go, keep it right there. Mr. Nelson, on behalf of UTT and myself, I want to thank you for your contribution in the Calypso world. Thank you. This is real. I am one of the oldest could stand on stage and rock it and carry around the world. When I go TNT, I bring everything with me like I do for you, say. La 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 la. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
what a splendid note in which to end. Congratulations to Raphael Samuel, who was the soloist for Lord Nelson's Lala, and congratulations to AP for the beautiful rendition of Winston Bailey's Dingolay. This time, it gives me great pleasure to call on Chairman of the Board of Governors of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Emeritus TC, to declare the graduation ceremony closed. Professor.
I wish to sincerely graduate the newly graduated members of our society on their achievement and now declare this ceremony closed. I thank you for your attendance, your patience, and hope you enjoyed spending a few hours with us, members of the UTT community, and I hope you remember this evening as one of celebration and enjoyment. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you very much, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Emeritus TC. Honored guests, please stand and remain in your places until the procession, inclusive of graduates and academic staff, has retired.
We are also pleased to invite you to a reception being held in the canteen. Good night.